Hey guys, Matt, and it is the dog days of summer coming up. Get it? We are doing a weekly vlog type thing that we do before. This is like our June 1. It's the end of May and going into June, and we figured it'd be a good time to do a little what's going on type vlog. Now that it's warm out, you never know what's going to go on in our week, and we could be picking, we're working on cars, going to cruise-ins, shows, all sorts of nonsense going on. So we just got back from Oregon, and I immediately went picking somewhere local, and we got...
You didn't get enough of it in Oregon?
I didn't get enough in Oregon. I still had like $10 left, so we went and spent the rest of it on old car parts. So
flathead stuff.
Yeah, so that was how our week is starting out this week. Is we went picking at a private estate, and I picked up a bunch of stuff and got like the bomb swap meet haulers. So we're upgrading our swap meet haulers. I got some much better swap meet haulers for us. So I'm gonna be working on that this week, getting some tires on them, get them rolling.
Transmissions sitting on. It's nice and solid.
Bike collector's gonna be like, no. We also have a bunch of projects we're kind of like buttoning up. We're finishing up a video we're shooting for for Beautiful. We got the new engine in it. We basically just gotta change the trim on the hood, do a couple little things we can take for a drive. We're gonna be finishing that up, so we might give you a little sneak peek of that. We're gonna be swapping some cars around this week and getting the DeLorean Roadster down, and finally start working on that, because the 33 is taking a little while with getting the engine built, so I don't have any rush on that. So we're gonna flip-flop some cars, work on the Roadster pickup, take a cruise in the Mercury. I got the Mercury all shined up over this past weekend, and all kinds of stuff. Mike's got like 1,000 quarter panels and big GM sheet metal to ship out, because we were playing in the Pacific Northwest and we had a bunch of orders come in. So as always, we'll just take you along for the ride for a week and show you the craziness that is IronTrap Garage. For display purposes only. Alright, so this engine that we're working on is the one we're planning on, hopefully, fingers crossed, putting in the DeLorean Roadster with all the goodies I've been collecting. I got this engine at the infamous Arden auction, where I bought my blowers and my Arden, all my stuff. The guy who owned all this stuff was very serious, building a lot of really neat hot rods, drag cars, race cars, you know, all kinds of stuff, Allards. So you never knew what you were going to get. All I know is when I was at the sale, I noticed that it had been relieved for big valves in here and all blended in nicely. It had adjustable tappets down in here, and I had noticed that it had an angle cam in it. Whoops. So you guys can see there. And everything's got the Gliptol all on it, so it's a nice setup. So Steve and I got it on the hoist here, and we were noticing there's like a little like girdle type thing underneath here that they had put on this center main. You can see there's like a plate underneath, and then there's a set screw to put a little bit of tension on there. So this thing was probably, somebody was planning on going fast or beating it. It has, you can see they were like welding on the crank. There's all kinds of holes drilled in the rods and the crank where it looks like they were balancing everything. So my thought is that this thing's set up pretty nice. So we're kind of going over it, just trying to get an idea of what's going on with it. We didn't see any major cracks in it. We saw the typical like water port crack that'll go from like the stud up to the into the water port on the other side, but that's just normal, as they call factory flathead cracks. But you can see everything, there's like blue goop on stuff where they had, had everything apart. So this thing's definitely, was redone and looks like some pretty nice work. So we're gonna work on cleaning stuff up, inspect it a little better, add some parts to it, put an oil pan back on, and then we could put it on the stand here and start tinkering on it, see if it is something that's usable. One beautiful thing we've already found with putting the new building on top is that it is literally like air conditioning in the shop now. It's like, I don't know, high 80s today. It's probably getting into the 90s, low 90s, and I can already tell Moon is hanging out in the shop a lot more than usual. We got Steve outside. He's cleaning up the oil pan for this engine. How's that working? Very good. That's where you say I'm getting too old for this shit.
I go like grunting and groaning, kind of, you know.
Hi Moon. Hi Moon.
Yeah. Especially when you got a little bit of a cold.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap, dude. I think it's extra long.
Hey. Moon, what are you doing?
It's time for my.
Oh shit. Yeah. Hard to work when you're in. All right, so it's Tuesday. It's also my birthday, and we're working, which is normal. And so we got most of the pedal stuff done yesterday on the Roadster pickup here in the shop. Steve and I got the hood all mounted on the on Beautiful, and this thing basically today we're going to try and take it for its maiden voyage with the new engine that hopefully does not overheat. Hopefully. We got this engine here we dug into a little bit. We were missing some parts. Had to wait for Mike to bring them back from the warehouse. One of the small inconveniences with the warehouse being like just a little too far away to just make a quick trip is we have to wait for parts. So Mike brought us over aluminum bolt-on timing gear. This had a fiber timing gear, and while they do work okay, it is just one of those things that, you know, they can break over time or get brittle. So we had a brand new one, old but brand new aluminum one on the shelf. Mike brought us pulleys and a bunch of other stuff, so now we can bolt today, get the pulley bolted on. The crank gear, we're actually scavenging off of this like mock-up engine on the 33. Put that on here, and then we can turn this thing over by hand. It has an angle 83 cam. I couldn't find anything online of what the specs were on that. We don't know what kind of lift it has, so we need to check that. Obviously, just turn the engine over, make sure there's no carnage or anything in it, and then we could start put an oil pan on it, do our normal deal, blowing out all the crap out of the cooling system, and start getting it all ready to put it on the stand and hopefully get it fired soon. So Steve's gonna be working on that a little bit today. I'm gonna try and get the Roadster pickup all buttoned up, and hopefully we'll take a drive in that, and who knows what else we'll get ourselves into. So now I gotta move a bunch of cars though. Typical problem. Things dialed in pretty good now. You're the engine guy, I just hammer on metal. Okay, exhaust is open.
Exhaust is open.
2, exhaust is open. Exhaust is closed, intake is open. Now, trying to get everything to close.
Holy crap, this fit cam has a lot of overlap. Look how much the valves are open at the same time. That's a big cam. That is a rowdy cam right there.
See what happens.
That's a full race.
See what happens.
Yep. With that much overlap.
I know.
Yep, that's what it's going to sound like.
Well, we have other cams if we have to.
Ooh.
Let's spin it around.
Figure it's my birthday. Always try and drive old cars on my birthday, so I'm gonna go to a little cruise in, one town over, a little ice cream spot, get myself a milkshake. Why not?
Good morning, everyone. Is today Thursday?
It is.
Okay. The Memorial Day weekend has me a little confused. I forget what day it is. So today is Thursday. We're going to be doing some shuffling around in the shop. The DeLorean Roadster is going to be coming down off the lift, but to get it down off the lift, I need to wire it in. So we have a temporary plug on it that plugs in where the air compressor is, but about 6 months ago, I wired in the 2-post lift permanently because it was a hassle when the guys were working and they needed the lift and the air compressor. They were swapping plugs constantly. So I have it hardwired in, and there's a box up in the ceiling. So I am going to wire the 4-post lift in permanently, and then hopefully in a few weeks, Steve can lag the 4-post down, because he's been complaining about it not being lagged down since we put it in. So doing a few things today. The scenery in the shop's going to change a little bit. There's going to be a few cars shuffled and mixed around. So let's get to work. I got to get a few of these cars out so I can get a ladder back here and get the cable run up in the ceiling. At least it wasn't like the ground or something.
Right.
Sometimes stuff would just spin backwards when he wired it up.
And I'm ready to work.
I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't done this in 7 months.
Oh man.
Steve, I need you to come show me.
You gonna put this on forward? You gonna put this on?
I want to put it on just like it is, like this. Back it on.
Okay.
Hand send over. Yep. There. Wheels top. Nope. Up. Yeah, we gotta just get a little more. We gotta kind of like get it out and then around. We're gonna have to kind of swing it around, so kind of straight back. Now.
No, you catch it on the drain.
Oh, the drain.
There we are.
No, we're gonna go past the drain.
Get close.
I want to make sure we're centered.
Well, the back end ought to go over.
Yeah.
The front's pretty good, the back end ought to go over.
I can move the back end, just tell me where.
Right this way a little bit. That's pretty straight there,
A
isn't
little
it?
more. Right there. All right, let's get it over and then we.
That's about as far as this jack's gonna allow you to do this wheel dollars.
All right, so it is Friday and we're doing the multi-car shuffle again. We got like every car out in the driveway, and Steve was able to successfully start up 5 cars with no issues and pull them out, so that's we're gaining on things. Yesterday Dad and I got the body off the 32 Roadster and it is doing pretty good. So some surprises as expected, but overall it's about as I had thought. So we got the chassis sitting here, just rolling chassis. We decided to call it quits for the day. Today we're gonna try and get this frame all blown apart. My buddy Brooke has Brooks Hot Rods and Customs locally in Pottstown. He does a lot of my blasting for me, fits me in with some of his customer work. And he does, so he said he may have some time soon, so that's why we're hauling ass on this. So we got to get this rear cover off. That's a very important part, this rear roll pan. I'm interested to see how this was constructed, so that'll be cool to get that off. One interesting thing that I saw was this fuel line that ran somewhere up into here. There was a fuel line that ran and it went all the way up under the dash of the car. And I saw there's like a little switch under the dash on this car that I don't know if we'll be able to see, but anyways, underneath the dash, like way under here, that's what this line that's hanging off. And I wonder if it was some kind of mechanical switch for the pressurized fuel system that they would use when they had the hand pump. So neat stuff we're finding on the car. No real major surprises. You can see where they made some modifications for the pedals, etc., etc. So yeah, so we're gonna keep working on taking this apart. Steve's working on this engine. He's just about ready to put the heads on this thing and check compression and stuff. He blew out the cooling system and it was not...
No, it was not terrible.
Not terrible, which is unusual, so hopefully it's not a bad sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's got this all set up, cleaned up, and you can see again this engine, everything's been glipdalled in it. We had to dig through the parts bins pretty hard because somebody had scavenged some parts off of it, but we were able to get good new water pumps that we just sprayed black. They were blue. Oil pans on, crank gear. We finally got the aluminum timing gear on. We found one of them in the stash. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go there. So he's gonna get the starter on, might bolt the heads on, start checking compression, and hopefully we can continue with putting intake on and maybe make noise with it, we'll see. But got a lot going on for the 32 Roadster today.
Good morning, it is Friday. We are here at the warehouse, of course, and our pallets from Oregon arrived. We dropped them off Wednesday as we were finishing up at Dan's at like 7 o'clock. They got here Wednesday morning, so less than a week, about a week, 6.5 days over a holiday weekend, and they're here. So very excited that they got here that fast. I laid everything out on the floor to do like an unboxing video of what we got. But now I need to go through and take photos of everything, list it for sale, and then put it away so we stay organized. I still have a ton of stuff from West Virginia that needs to be gone through. I have a bunch of stuff that needs to be boxed, nothing too crazy, but I have to build 2 more pallets for a hood that is going to like Texas, I think, and a set of front fenders and rear fenders for an early Ford. So I have a bunch of stuff to do today. I'm gonna set up the time lapse, hopefully I can get the pallets built because they need to go out on Monday. So let's get to work.
Hi everybody, it's time for mail call. It's the end of the week and we're gonna open some stuff. Hopefully there's $100 bills and something. We got an iPad apparently.
Yes. Thank you whoever sent us on. Matt actually needs a new iPad.
Yeah, I did crush my iPad. I was hanging a grill on the up there somewhere and I fell and then stepped on my iPad.
Wasn't it
down
the
below.
Brewster grill?
Yes, it was that Brewster grill.
Well, good thing the iPad sacrificed its life.
The profit I made on the Brewster grill will pay for another iPad. Matt, I enjoy your show very much. I gave you an iPad because you're awesome. No, it says it's the best car show on the YouTube. I'm 80 years old and cleaning out my stash and thought you would enjoy the belt buckle and books. Leonard in Salem, Oregon. We were just there. Oh, that's killer. Flatheads forever.
Salem, Oregon?
Yeah, we were just there.
That is,
Literally just, we were in your backyard. We could have came to your house and gotten these. This is killer.
That is the
I
best.
actually may need to get another belt to put this on. So I can have my flathead belt buckle. This is killer.
it's non-TSA approved.
That is heavy. V8 times, thank you. I don't, ooh, that's a great 36 Cabriolet.
35
Nice.
German Cabriolet.
Thank you for these. These are always good to look through. They have a ton
No
of good
iPad.
information. No iPad, but the belt buckle's just as cool. So
Yeah.
thank you, Leonard. Appreciate it. We'll send you a little gift back for the generosity. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Belt buckle. Let's try this one. This is from Rick in Troy, Missouri, I believe that is.
MO.
MO.
Maybe this one has $100 bills in it.
Right. Our trip to Disneyland. This is a 1929 Ford Owner's Supply book. Oh, that's super cool, from Western Auto Supply. So specifically items that you could get for your Model A. Even though that doesn't look like a Model A on the cover. Isn't that kind of funny how that works? Super cool. This is awesome. Thank you. I'm going to look through more nerdy stuff for the new... Oh, we have a letter. Hello, Matt and Mike. Thanks for the videos. Enjoy watching old cars being saved. My wife's grandpa moved from St. Louis, Missouri to Troy. I think that's what it says, Missouri. In the early 1940s, it started Western Auto Stove, and it stayed in the family for 3 generations. I do some collecting of Western Auto stuff. Found this old catalog and thought you might enjoy looking at it. Yes, that's super cool. We love looking at these because you see items or tools that we didn't know existed, and we can identify them, and if we're at an estate, we might be like, oh, I remember seeing that in XYZ. So the goal is to get organized so I can actually find those catalogs.
Instead of just a giant pile in the office.
Yeah, that's not good. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. We'll send you some stickers back. No, we haven't gotten anything from any Nigerian princes lately. It's kind of weird.
No, just emails. I've responded, but they haven't sent any money.
All right. This one is from Mr. Moby in Latson, South Carolina. It's kind of heavy. Greetings, flatheads. Enclosed is a helicoil repair kit for 7/8/18 spark plugs. You'll find these on Model A Fords, 32 Ford V8s, as well as 32 to 34 four-cylinder engines. Also enclosed is a copy of a Champion spark plug chart from 1930. Hopefully we can find a better copy that is clearer to read. I'm a retired machinist and former owner of Flathead Harleys and Indians, as well as a 1946 Ford four-door sedan, 1952 Ford two-door, and a 46 Ford F5 four-wheel drive dump truck. Wow. That's
Four-wheel
cool.
drive, it's pretty early for four-wheel drive.
Howell Coleman conversion. The only flathead these days is the 47 Gravely Model L garden tractor. Enjoy your vids, keep up the good work, flatheads forever. And he gave us a link to a video and also some sort of work point. We'll look that up. So thank you for that. And this is a Champion Spark Plugs little display, which actually we could probably use because we were just trying to find spark plugs for the Federal Mogul heads that we're working on for the Roadster behind us. So that'll be cool for those. So thank you. And then that spark plug kit is very handy because we quite often get some heads that my dad has a great ring in. He loves Jimmy Buffett, apparently. Yes. Oh wow. These are the big helicoils for the larger. Wow. Monster tap, the driver. Thank you for this. This is super handy because this is the stuff that is kind of hard to get these days. You can't just walk into a parts store and get this. So thank you for that. That'll be very helpful for us. We've gotten a lot of heads, like aluminum heads and things like that, to have the threads stripped out. And on those larger spark plugs, it's like nearly impossible to find that. So I do not have this. Thank you for that. He got it. Wow, this is actually a helicoil brand. Made in America. So thank you. That is awesome. We will send you a little gift back as well for generosity. Thank you.
This is from Tim and Delaney in Kansas City, Missouri. We got a small package from Missouri today.
Yeah.
So hey guys, love all the videos. When COVID shut everything down, homeschool with dad included some IronTrap hot rod lessons.
Yeah.
My hot rod girl did this painting of the Schroll coupe smacking the tires when you first got it. Had to get it to you before it was 100% done. This has been sitting for a little while, just sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
I threw in a few prints from me as well and some stickers because who doesn't like stickers?
Heck yeah.
I'll let you open it. Then there's a little drawing.
Haha, cool. That's awesome. So it's, I'm a friend of Bob K. So anybody who was on, that was on the Ham Floppy Journal for a while will know that. McKenny Speed and Wool. That's cool. Groundwork tattoo. Oh, a ton of the Bob K. From Delaney. That's so cool.
There you go.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. That's really cool. There's a card for the tattoo shop. And I'll let you hold that. That's super cool. I have a ton of really great artwork. We've been very fortunate to have some great people send us so much artwork. So in the new building and office, I will be displaying some of that stuff. The office has already got like
Piles.
too many things up, so I don't even have wall space anymore. Oh, that is killer. That looks like the Doan's Roadster there. Ugh. Very cool. So thank you for these. Appreciate it. I'm gonna probably get a little frame for a couple of these and put them up. So thank you for the generosity of the artwork. I'm gonna still have to say that that's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
It's really neat.
So thank you for that. We'll send you a little gift back your way as well. And thank you for letting some of the younger generation get into the videos and keep spreading all this old car stuff around into the younger generation. Thank you guys. So that's it for the week. Mail call's over, week's over. It's like almost 5 o'clock. We got a lot done this week. No crazy adventures. 32 Roadsters in pieces. You can see, may or may not see that video before or after this. I don't know.
see.
But yeah, super busy. We have, I think for events coming up, we have in July, Viva East coming up. June, I don't think we have too much going on, but yeah, so hopefully we'll check you guys out at some sort of show coming up in the future. Thank you guys. See you later.